I just like JR and Joe right now. You guys are happy as hell right now, bro.
I'm
I love
high
it.
as fuck.
Oh man, fellas, can you smell it? I woke up this morning, guys, and I was a little cold. I ain't gonna lie, but it ain't the cold that I'm talking about. I smell October in the air. I smell Halloween. Yes, we are in the fall season. That's right. You are watching Three Corners of Horror here on Horror Fiend TV on YouTube. It's your boy, Ricky Grimes. I'm here with my two brothers. First, I am going to introduce to you my man, JR. What up, son? The boss. What's good?
Come on, man. This is the fall, best time of year. Forget the spring, forget the January, forget the summer. It's the fall season when horror really smacks you in the face.
What up, Joe? My boy, son.
What's up? What's up? Well, shit, I was born in October, so I was already naturally put into the horror. So I am an October baby. So this is my favorite month of the year. Hocus Pocus 2.
Full disclosure,
I know
me
it's
and
not. I know it's not. Hold on, Hocus Pocus 2 is coming up.
yeah, no, I was talking to
Not full horror, but
bro. I was talking to your other brother earlier today, and he was talking about more family friendly horror films, and Hocus Pocus was the first one that popped
oh,
into
I
my
love that
mind.
one, dude.
Yeah, me
That
too, bro.
that is how I kick off my October.
Yeah,
That's the
Hocus
first
Pocus
movie
is
I
a
watch.
classic, bro. It's so much fun. That's right. And of course, like I said, I'm Ricky Grimes. Please like, share this video. We will highly, really appreciate that. And with that being said, this is a very special episode of Three Corners of Horror. In case you haven't figured it out already, we're not going to be reviewing a film, but what we're going to be doing is talking about films that are still coming up on our radar that we're excited about, some that we have a little bit of trepidation about, but most of all, it's all about fun, scares, beer, and all that good shit that comes with Halloween horror and horror movies because you and I, JR, Joe, we are horror fiends and we are horror fiends for life. All right, Joe, my boy, let me ask you, Joe. I'm going to start with you, man. All right, we were heading towards October, middle of September right now. So now the season's coming up. We still got a few months left of 2022. What are you looking forward to right now? Your most anticipated film coming up?
All right. Well, there's two. My first one though
Fair enough.
is Jeepers Creepers. I'm looking forward to the reboot. Everybody. If you don't know your horror, you already know what fucked up the other ones. If you didn't have that controversy, it would have made the movies better, but people didn't want to tune in once you found out. However, we're getting a whole new reboot. It's going to start off differently. It seems to be leaning more towards folklore, which you guys know I love folklore. So I'm looking forward to that, just to see it, and let's wipe our brains, I guess, of the first three, and then start fresh from this one. Because from what I understand, it's supposed to be a trilogy.
Yeah, full disclosure right now, I always say this every video. I don't watch trailers, I don't read anything about it. I just found out just by you right now. So this is a full reboot,
Yeah.
restart, new
Yep.
writers,
Just forget.
directors,
Just forget.
everything.
Forget the unfortunate Justin Long
Yes.
version. As
Oh,
much as it's good, forget that one.
yeah, yeah. Okay. Well, you know what? You piqued my interest. I love the original.
Yeah.
Obviously, when it first came out. Funny because my brother actually snuck us into the original once. There was this little kid by the door. He paid him $1 at the side entrance. He opened the door, let us in, and walked right into the theater.
Well, you know what's the best
That
thing about the
that
original one, though, right?
What's up?
Is the villain actually won. It was one of the rare
Yes,
horror movies
yeah.
where the villain actually won.
he won. That was great. Every 23 years, he
feeds.
even before the controversy, I saw two. Hated it. That's one of my bro. How do you drop the ball on a film like Jeepers Creepers, bro?
Well, and it's funny because
Yeah.
it started out good. Because when it started out with the kid, the son and the father in the farm, it started out good, and then you got to the kids in the school bus.
Oh,
Which,
Yeah.
when you know about the controversy, then you kind of understand what you're looking at as you're watching that. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the fact that we're going to
that's
start
cool.
fresh. It's going to go a lot. It's going to lean on from. I did not read a lot But from what I kind of understood in the little things that I've read here and there, it's going to lean on more of the folklore of Jeepers Creepers.
The Creeper. Nice.
The Creeper.
Yeah. How about you, JR? So you like the original, JR? You're a fan of the original?
I thought the original was good. The funny thing is, it is loosely based on an actual story about a guy who was dumping bodies behind a church. So that was interesting reading about that story. So it is actually loosely based on something.
Yeah, of course. Just like Texas Chainsaw Massacre is loosely based on Ed Gein.
Yeah, but yeah, I definitely like the original. I mean, I thought that. I mean, the original introduced us to Justin Long. The guy is just a hell of a talent.
Justin Long.
He'll be coming up on something I'm doing soon.
Being that I've been on this roller coaster ride recently with found footage. I mean, come on, VHS 99. I mean, to top it off, do you know why they call it 99?
Is it going to be set
Because
before the year 2000?
99?
No, because basically it's taking the how everybody's freaking out and reacting over the Y2.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, so it's but and the fact is, like, some of the stories are called I'm sorry, it's called Ozzy's Dungeon, which I'm already pumped. Just listen to that one, just shredding. The Gawkers, Suicide Bid, which is directed by Johannes Roberts, who did he did the VHS 99, Resident Evil, Welcome to Raccoon City, The Strangers, Pray at Night.
I was getting ready to say that one sounded good.
He did 47 meters down, and he did 47 meters down on Cage. So out of all of them, this is the guy who has a little bit more of a resume as far as doing these movies. But I mean, how can you not like VHS? We're fans of VHS.
Yeah.
I mean,
VHS is usually they take a lot of up and coming directors. I like that. That's one thing I like about VHS. A lot of directors are given free reign.
When you said the title of that segment, like literally, I was already drawing it, and that's it.
Yeah,
that's
I think the newest person they have is
Suicide Pact. Suicide Pact, right?
Suicide Bid, yeah.
And
then the last one is To Hell and Back, which that one sounds interesting too. I mean, they always have these interesting anthology. And the thing I think we can all agree what we like about VHS so much is that each story in an anthology is so different from the other one that you don't get bored with the same transition from one to the other. And that's the hard thing to do with anthologies these days, because some of them are so tied to the storylines, but to get them that they're so separate from each other, I think that's what makes VHS like one of the best, found footage series, but horror series in general. I mean, what do you guys think of 94?
We reviewed the last one that came out. I'm sorry, Joe. We reviewed the last one and we loved it. We each had one that we weren't too fond of.
Yeah.
Not that we hated it, but there's got to be one that's on the low end of the totem pole. But I loved it. Even the one I disliked the most, looking back on it, yeah, I can see why it was included. It's not bad.
Viral.
What's up? Oh, I didn't see. Viral. I did not see Viral.
The zombie version and the zombie Viral.
Yes.
Yeah, the zombie and Viral was good.
Okay.
But which one of the VHS was the one where it kept showing the camera of them on vacation, and it turned out to be her girlfriend?
Oh yeah, dude.
Which one was that one?
God, that wasn't part 2, was it?
Might have been part 2.
Included with the one with the zombie with the GoPro, right?
First one was, it set the standard as far as anthology series for especially found footage. I'm a massive found footage, and some of the stories were simple, like the one with the girl who they go into the woods.
I fucking love that one. I watched it in bed. I think we did one episode where I talked to you guys, The Strangers, when she said, "'Cause you're home." That I paused it and make sure everything was locked. I was laying in bed when I watched that VHS episode, and when I saw how it was going, I'm like, hold on, pause. I got out of bed. The same thing, and it's very rarely that a movie can make me actually get freaked out. And that VHS episode was the second time that I had to actually pause a movie and make sure that everything was locked so that I was okay.
I agree.
I want to jump off something that Rick said, though, and I give them credit, is the fact that they take unknown directors, and let them use it. All right, here's the script, run with it, show us what you got. And
in the first one, what did we spawn from the first one? Wasn't it Ty West?
Ty West was part of it.
I want to say there's 2 or 3 from the first one.
Who's the other guy? Oh god, the guy who I forgot the director's name, but Psycho Gorman. He's involved with them too.
Oh god, you keep bringing them up, dude.
Bro,
He
you
does
know
sound
why?
good.
You know why? Because they
Wait.
work in practical. They're old school.
Gretchen, stop
Gretchen.
trying to make Psycho Gorman happen.
Listen, man,
it's not gonna happen.
The movie has a lot of flaws, but I appreciate the fact that they went old school with rubber costumes and old school prosthetics and makeup and miniatures. Come
Joe
on,
Swan.
miniatures.
Ty West, Adam Wingard.
What? That's the one. Adam Wingard.
Yeah, and Joe Swanberg. That's another one that came out from that one.
Joe Lynch be doing some. I don't know if he does all of them, but sometimes his name pops up here and there too.
He's not in this one right here.
No.
But
No,
anyway,
the newcomer in this one is a guy called Flying Lotus. Who's a musician, actor, but he's the one that he does Ozzy's Dungeon. That's his name, Flying Lotus.
VHS. Good shout, G. Anything else you guys want to add to that one?
No,
I'll be honest, I did cheat though. I just looked at the teaser trailer.
Oh, boo!
But you know what? It's so short. You rarely get trailers that are like only a minute long. So that for me is like just like a quick shock and all. But yeah,
for me, guys, I'm gonna go with Pearl. That's gonna be the movie. One of them I'm looking forward to because I'm a big fan of X. I'm a big fan of Ty West. I love his style. And again, I saw no trailers for this film. I didn't even see the little teaser at the end of X. I didn't even see that. Not because I didn't want to, but the version I saw didn't have it.
I saw it.
Yeah. So, and the fact that they announced Maxine as the third part, it's just all right. So he has a vision. He's not just going like, "Oh shit, people like it. Well, let me just come up with something." No. He had this vision.
He came up in quarantine.
He filmed
quarantine.
Pearl,
that's what I'm saying.
right,
Yeah,
back to back with X. He told Mia Goth, "Are you interested in doing this prequel?" But we're gonna have to shoot right after. She's like, "No, I'm game." So, and I'm assuming Maxine went right after that as well.
I love the fact that some of these people shot these great horror movies during quarantine.
Amazing. You got a lot of good stuff during quarantine. I'm gonna lie, man. A lot of creativity was flying all over the place.
We ain't got nowhere to go.
Yeah, but Mia Goth though, she's blowing up in a bit on the horror side of things. A lot of people. I mean, I've never seen her before X. I don't know, Joe. You would know more than.
Again, I've seen her before. She was in The Cure for Wellness, which was kind of a horror movie. It was too long. It was another one that was.
Is that the one that's in the sanitarium?
Well, it's not really a sanitarium. It's somewhere you go to
rehab.
Not rehab. I want to say
like
it was
spiritual, almost like going to
spiritual, like going to a spa.
My man.
Yeah, kind of going to spa. So she was in that one, and there was something else. But I want to say like Mia is kind of leaning to being like the next generation's Fairuza Balk.
Yeah, what I loved about her
reminds me of.
What I loved about her character in X is what she was the hero in a sense, but she wasn't a hero. She's not a role model at all. Not a role model, and she took to that. You know what? Fuck everything. Like, look at the movie ends with her driving along doing a line of coke. It's like, come on, like.
Well, because honestly, why should just because you go to church you be the one that survives the movie?
I love
you should be the coke snorting whore in the movie that survives it. And you shouldn't be a saint. It's okay for the sinner to also survive the movie.
It's okay for the sinner to also be the victim.
Well, yeah, I mean,
that's another way to put it, right?
Well, that's how. They could be the victim, but that's how they know how to get the fuck out of it.
There's also levels, though. When I say sinner, I don't mean like murderers. Fuck those people. I mean, we all do stupid shit that we're not proud of. You know what I'm saying? So everyone's got their demons. The fact that this character was so flawed and wore her heart on her sleeve, didn't hide it at all. I loved it. It's just such a breath of fresh air a breath of fresh air when it comes to a main protagonist.
Yeah,
I wouldn't say she was a protagonist though. I think she was more the antagonist of the film because she set everything in motion.
Interesting.
So she was more the antagonist in there. Because remember that family was fine until that couple was fine until she showed up and she set everything in motion. So she set Pearl to go overboard.
Yeah, I can see that.
So she's
that's the beauty of that film, and it's just not your typical. It's shades of gray in that film. I
know when we reviewed it, I was like the least popular, but I actually have it as one of my top 5 for 2022.
Did you give it another watch?
Huh?
Did you give it another watch yet?
Not yet.
Well, no, but
I'll see
okay,
Pearl
hold on,
first
hold
and
on.
then watch X after.
All right, but she was the antagonist only in the sense because she awakened up Pearl.
That's
So
what
it's
that's
not
why
like
she's
I know,
antagonist.
but she didn't. But antagonist purposely did it.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's
Like,
cause and effect, essentially.
yes.
JR, tell me, man, what's another film that you are looking forward to this year? Because it's kind of hard to just keep pulling. I got a whole laundry list, man, but we're keeping it to 2. What's good, son?
So I'm gonna go with one that not many people are talking about that's flying so far under the radar. It's called The Menu with Anya Taylor-Joy.
Mm-hmm.
Now, just a quick synopsis of the film. It's about this young couple who they go to this remote island for like an exclusive restaurant that the chef, he has a tendency of preparing a lavish menu, but there's some shocking twists and surprises about this film. Now, the chef is played by Ralph Fiennes, who
That's how I was looking
guy's
at.
a hell of a freaking. He plays a good villain all the time.
Schindler's List.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, and he was in the first. Oh my God, what was it? Red Dragon.
Yep.
Also stars Nicholas Hoult, who if you're
Beast.
an X-Men fan, the Beast. Yes.
Yeah.
He's
And-
also
but-
also that Cold Bodies, right? That's zombie romantic.
Cold Bodies. But if you ever watch him, I've seen him in some dramatic roles.
He's a good actor.
Really good
He's a good actor. He is, yeah.
And the surprise mix to this cast is John Leguizamo.
I
I mean, I'm curious to see him in it. But yeah, I mean,
Cholo.
I think what is making me curious to this movie is the fact that we did one a couple months ago called Fresh. So I kind of started liking those movies like that have a certain atmospheric appeal to it. And the fact that it's a lavish restaurant. I mean, the first thing I think about, hopefully, it's not a spoiler, but the first thing you always think about is some kind of cannibalism. So are they going to go that route? I mean, it's so open with a title like The Menu. They could go any way.
So this is a big cast. This is going to be
It
a
is.
theatrical.
So it has Janet McTeer, which I watch a lot of British movies. She's like huge actress. It also has, for us 80s kids, Judith Light, who's the boss. She's in there. Paul Edelstein, Arturo Castro. I've seen him in a bunch of other things. Like, it's a good cast.
Anything Anya Taylor does, I have to watch this.
Listen,
Yeah, she's good. She's good.
well, not
She
just
has that
but
captivating face, man. I can't look away. She looks
Well,
like an alien.
she commands the screen. Everything she does, she commands the screen.
Joe, what about you, Joe? What you got, sir? What you
me,
got?
I mean, we're coming to October, so we got the final for the trilogy. So I'm looking forward to it. I know that we all basically shit on Kills, but Halloween ends. I'm hoping that when they released Kills, that they were paying attention to what was going on, so they can fix that shit. Because I swear to God, if I hear Evil Dies Tonight, I'm out.
The whole time you were talking, I was trying to remember. Wait a minute. What was that fucking line you guys did?
Yeah, I swear to fucking God, if I hear Evil Dies Tonight,
Evil
we're out.
Dies Tonight.
But what I'm looking forward to is that Danielle Harris is supposed to be coming back for this one. Yeah,
That's a new character, right? Obviously, because it's
you know what? Honestly, it's weird because I was taking a shower the other day and I said, how good would it be? Because there was years that Jamie wasn't talking to I can't remember her daughter's name, Judy Greer, her character.
Yeah.
They didn't talk.
Yeah,
Maybe she met someone and she got knocked up and had a kid, and we get to meet Jamie. What was that her name? What was the name of the? Yeah, we get to meet Jamie. I mean, it's probably not going to go that route, but I'm kind of looking forward to seeing a little legacy character brought in because honestly, I know we're supposed to wipe that out, but so those movies were some good movies too.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping that.
Hold on a second. Which Halloween movies are good?
I like the ones with
everything
Jamie.
after 3, man.
I like 4 and 5.
I liked I liked 4 and 5.
Hate's a strong word, but
you weren't a fan of.
I like the character of Jamie, but as the Halloween slasher film, they didn't do anything for me.
Well, I was having I did Halloween Horror Nights, and they did Halloween 4, and that was one of the best fucking haunted houses ones I went through. And I felt like I was there.
I'll be taking it back old school. Yeah, remember when we did our one of our first Three Corners videos, we talked about Halloween, and you mentioned the scene in Halloween 4 where Dr. Loomis went up the stairs.
Yeah.
He saw Jamie. What did he do? What was the reaction?
No, yeah, I know. Yeah, that was a little bit much. I mean,
No, I liked it. I'm sorry, I liked it that though. I liked it that because this is where I feel they dropped the ball was the fact that you had everything go back in a cycle.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
like
then,
I'm
5 they ruined the cycle by. But I like the Jamie character.
Well, I did like H2O also, but anyway, Halloween Kills was kind of like this episode. It was just kind of like a filler episode in the trilogy.
Evil dies tonight.
I swear to fucking God. If I
should
hear
have been
that,
saying that Evil dies tonight, and like Loomis's kid, no.
For me, what I'm looking forward to, guys. Let's switch the topic right now before he talks more. Before he talks about William Shatner now. Now again, I don't know anything about this film, but I am really excited for my boy Justin Long. He's back, Barbarian. Yes, the reason why I'm excited for Barbarian, without knowing nothing about it, is not only Justin Long's character, or Justin Long, not his character, but it's a good rep. Like X, for example, came out of nowhere for me. It's like, oh, it got a bunch of buzz. I loved it. Sadness, not as it was more hyped than those films were ahead of time, but again, a movie that showed up on my radar. Okay, it's getting hype. I enjoyed it. Black Phone, I love Black Phone. Another film where I just heard hype, didn't even know, went in blind as all. I enjoyed it. Now Barbarian's the next on that list. Oh, Mad God was another one. Mad God that's on another level. So going in, I want the streak to continue, and everything I hear about this movie is nothing but positive.
Yeah.
So the two things for me. Well, it also stars Bill Skarsgård. So
Bill Skarsgård, but that's the younger guy, right?
That's it. Dude, that's fucking Pennywise.
Yeah, there's a lot of Skarsgårds, man. My bad.
It's the best one.
Yeah, so awesome. when obviously Justin Long, I mean, we just talked about Jeepers Creepers. So I heard Justin had a new movie coming out, and he's been doing the press junkets and been talking about how, because he's always played the character that you liked, and this is the first time he's going to play a character you don't like. So that already kind of had me. Bill Skarsgård's in it. And then the fucking movie was #1 this weekend.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was #1 this weekend for the same thing. There's not a whole lot talked about this movie.
They say that once this movie starts, it ramps up.
Yes.
And it keeps ramping up until the climax.
From a couple of things that, like, it's another one that I used to love watching trailers, but now I'm trying to not do it anymore. So I have not done anything on Barbarian.
When I saw Black Phone again, knew nothing about it. And when the paranormal shit came out, I'm sorry if I spoiled it, but there's a little bit of supernatural elements in that film, which I didn't know about. I thought it was going to be like, oh, God, it's going to hinder the film, but it did not. It kind of enhanced it in a sense, because I wasn't expecting it, and it was done in a way where it wasn't a detriment to the film. Like I said, it elevated it to a whole nother level. So Barbarian, I get the same vibe. Where a lot of hype and good reviews. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Usually you get one or the other. The movie's hyped, poor reviews, or a movie's like panned by the critics, but the fans like it, like Venom.
I like Venom.
Anyway, but yeah, that's what I am excited for. So.
Well, the thing too is the fact that, I'll be honest, I seen the trailer, but for me, I saw the trailer, but the trailer.
Yeah, you watch this trailer.
But the trailer, I still feel like the trailer doesn't give you everything. It gives you snippets, and the fact that Bill Skarsgård, his introduction in the trailer.
See, I don't know who's in it.
Bill Skarsgård always has this habit of he always comes out in certain movies as a nice guy.
Bro, he was the villain in Eternals, and no one knows that.
No, and the fact that like when he was in that show Castle Rock, he was one of the evil. He was evil. That was it. But he comes with this whole. He always has this insane persona.
I was a fan of Bill since Grove. What's that? Oh shit.
Which one?
When Netflix first came out,
the Wolf one,
and he started doing Hemlock Grove. Hemlock Grove. I was a fan of his when I saw that. That's when he was mad young. I was, yo, this is a Skarsgård. I loved this character in that, and then he started elevating himself to
this
like
movie 93% around. I'm not a big Rotten Tomatoes fan, but sometimes they are certain
But
movies.
it's good
They do
information
hit.
to have
Yeah,
on hand, even if you don't, live
they're
your life by it.
93%. But everything I've heard so far of this film is that the once it starts, it
They don't
just
stop.
builds. The
Boom.
last movie I saw that was like that once it starts, it
Uncut
builds.
Gems.
No, for me, for me was
I haven't seen that.
I Saw the Devil.
Oh, yeah, good
Oh,
shot.
I
Good
love I
shot.
Saw the Devil.
Good shot.
And that's
But
the feel I'm getting from what I've heard of this film. And if it's like I Saw the Devil, oh my god.
so let's talk about this, fellas. We talked about what we are excited for. Now, what movies are we worried about? Like, this could be movies that we're excited for, but we got a lot of worry, like a lot of anxieties building up, especially for me. Now, I'm gonna start this one off because I want to get this off my chest right now. Terrifier 2. I know. My kind of movie, I know. Now, hear me out. Hear me out.
I know why you're gonna complain.
Terrifier 2. Now, Terrifier, if you don't know, it's Art the Clown, one of the most like unique, cool villains of this past about 4 or 5 years, man. Like,
He's actually coming up on
Yes.
some of the stuff that I read. He's coming up on the list as one of the best like horror villains.
Freaking creepy. Man.
he's a
Yeah,
character.
no, he's going up on a lot of lists, like surpassing a lot of people right now.
The writer director created an anthology called All Hallows Eve, and before that, he had one called, I believe it was. Jared, do you know his first one?
I don't know the first. I forgot the
All right,
first one.
it's okay. All right, All Hallows Eve is pretty much an anthology series,
Yes.
and his book, and in between every segment is Art the Clown, because it's about these young brats. They get a VHS tape in the mail on Halloween, and of course the mom hides the tape because she don't trust it. The kids sneak it back, play it, and every time they play it, each movie is a segment. It's an anthology, but in between, Art the Clown is trying to break into this home. And I'm not gonna give it away. Watch the film. It's an awesome anthology film. All Hallows Eve is kind of underrated or underappreciated.
Very
No,
underrated.
I would say underrated because
Yes.
a lot of people don't know about this film. And again, there was another film that starred Art the Clown himself. I forgot the name of this
Is it
film.
the Ninth Circle?
No, Ninth Circle was an actual movie
Well, he was-
within All Hallows Eve.
I'm looking at the guy that did these movies.
So
as well.
anyway, just it's irrelevant. It doesn't really matter. But he made 2 films with Art the Clown. Then he decided, okay, let's go all in on this character. He made Terrifier. Art the Clown is a character who they changed the actor from the All Hallows Eve and the prequel and Terrifier. And boy, let me tell you, David Thornton, I believe is his name, and he did such an incredible job because he spoke not one line of dialogue. He's like a mime. Everything is through his actions, his mannerisms, like everything he did was so on point. And there's a lot of improv, you can tell, working with the actors. Gory death scenes, some will make you really uncomfortable.
I still have to see it.
And one, I'm not gonna give it away.
Don't. That's what I'm saying. I haven't seen it yet.
No spoilers on this one. I'm not gonna say it because the less you know, the better. But near the end, I was like, "Whoa! Like this is my fucking new movie maniac right here. Art the Clown, the fucking man. This guy is dope and a perfect film, hour, a half, or whatever it was. Loved it.
But
Terrifier 2 is getting a lot of buzz. Been in development ever since the first one came out. What happened?
no, I'm saying go ahead. I know what you're gonna say.
I thought I fucked up.
No. I'm gonna agree with you. I know what you're about to say.
So, a slasher film, right? The beauty of a slasher film, it's not made for plot. It ain't made to like give you this storytelling. It's made to give you an hour and a half of this entertainment with goofy characters. Maybe there's nudity. Maybe there's extreme pervasive violence, language,
Hopefully,
all that stuff, right? And it's just boom, boom, boom. You could smoke a doob to it, or you could drink your beer, coffee, whatever gets you excited to watch something, and you enjoy it. In and out. Now, what I'm hearing is, and it's confirmed, Terrifier 2 is going to run almost 2 hours and a half. 2 hours and a half. Now, I don't get this longer run times make a better movie crap. I don't understand that.
If you're gonna go 2.5 hours, it sounds like it's gonna go a little artistic, and I don't want artistic. I haven't seen this movie, based on what you guys have told me about, I'm going to be expecting a slasher type of, like horror movie.
Yeah. So,
But the minute you tell me 2.5 hours,
the first Terrifier, I'm not hyping it up for the story. I'm hyping it up for a brand new take. It's not a remake. It's not a reimagination, no revision. A brand new movie maniac, a brand new horror character that has a lot of personality without saying a word. And that's what makes him cool. But a 2.5 hours.
too long.
So, all right, if it's 2.5 hours, it's going to be 2.5 hours of just him killing people because that's going to get boring.
Yeah.
2 hours and a half of just exposition and storytelling for a slasher.
To know where art came from, which like I said, I'm gonna watch the first one, and I'm gonna let you guys. watch this one.
Do me a favor. I'm gonna watch.
I'm not gonna watch the second one
watch
unless you guys tell me to do it.
You have to watch All Hallows Eve first.
You saw that, GR, right?
Yes.
Watch All Hallows Eve first,
yes. And then Terrifier,
and then watch Terrifier. I saw it the opposite way.
So I'll do those, but
so what I'm getting at is so to fill 2 hours and a half, you're either going to have a lot of filler or just kill after kill after kill after kill that by the end you're going to be so numb about it. Like, if you go into a horror film in a theater, you're going to smoke a doob before you go in, smoke a bowl, whatever you do. By the time it gets an hour and a half, you're going to be sober as fuck. By the time you finish the movie, it's so many things I don't like about long films. There's exceptions. Like superhero films, I don't mind it long. Avengers, Justice. I saw a 4 hour Justice League movie, and guess what? I enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying?
I saw that in 2 parts.
I sat through the whole thing. What did you?
I couldn't do it. I had to tell myself we're gonna cut off.
I had to. No, I had to experience the way it was meant to. And I liked it. I liked it a lot. Again, or a movie that's a pure storytelling film. There's tons of long movies that are storytelling and that are great films, but a slasher or a horror film in general should never exceed that limit. So I'm worried that they're going to add a lot of bullshit and it's just going to drag, and I'm just going to be wanting to leave. I saw Blade Runner in the theater, the last one.
I still haven't seen it.
Oh, that sounds pretty good.
Amazing film.
And the only reason I haven't seen it is because everybody complained it was too long.
Honestly,
the only reason I have not seen the fucking movie because everybody goes, it's too long.
This is the first time I turned to my buddy Mike. I'm like, bro, how long is this movie? I needed to leave, man.
So
it was so fucking long.
That's why I didn't watch it.
No, but again, so Terrifier, I'm worried for that. I hope it's the same director, right? Same guy, same everybody.
Everything.
It is the same.
Same everything. So I'm hoping
I think you know what the issue is. Why they did this though, is the fact that he knows not many people seen All Hallows Eve. He knows that not too many people seen Terrifier. So I almost feel like he's
combining them both,
forcing an introduction to the character for all the people who don't know about Art. And unfortunately, Art is a great character. There are scenes in All Hallows Eve, there are scenes in the Terrifier where one facial expression changes the whole
He is
atmosphere.
Such a degenerate too. You want to know what the definition of a degenerate? Art the Clown is a degenerate.
So listening to you guys right now, I'm going to go ahead and say that the movie is going to try to make Art look sympathetic.
Joe, how about you, Joe? What you got? What are you not looking forward to?
Oh, trepidationally looking forward to is Hellraiser. I love the first Hellraiser. Actually, I love the first 2. Once we started going into the other sequels, they weren't all that great.
Yeah.
However, the first 2 were great. The symbiotes.
How many were there?
Cenobites.
How many were there?
6 of them, I want to say.
I saw.
I want to say there were 6 of them.
I saw one of them in the theater in the 90s.
I saw the first 2 in the theater.
Whatever one came on the 90s.
I thought it was 4, and the first one was 4 of them because you had the one with the sunglasses.
Time for the phone again.
You had the mouth chatter, then you had the woman, and then you had the main guy. So originally it was the
Hellraiser.
Yo, Joe, look at that time.
All right, so we have.
Bro. Come on, bro.
I know one hour.
Don't be looking at stuff right now.
I know Hellraiser, Judgment, Bloodline, 2,
Bloodline is what I saw. That's
3,
when I saw
Inferno, 5 before this one.
I saw Bloodline in the theater.
All right, so we have 5 before this one, so it's a reboot. Man, I guess it does help that I'm the gay one in the group. My only little problem is that we're changing Pinhead from a male to a female. However, well, and it's not just female, it's transgendered, which is another thing. Which
Wait.
she's a great actress. She played on Sense8. She
So
was
the new Pinhead
hacker.
is a transgender.
Well, it's going to be female, but the one that's playing the new Pinhead is from Sense8. She was the hacker that worked.
I didn't see it, but I know the show you're talking about.
All right, but she was in there. She's not a bad actress, but however, like I want to go with the good or bad, and you're changing things. But yeah, as a gay guy, I don't have to worry about this. You guys date women, so you guys know that women can be evil. So are we gonna see what a woman?
Sophie's gonna kill me for that one.
Well, I'm saying, but are we gonna see what a woman could be like, being sadistic and BDSM and all that? Like, could it bring a better twist to it? Hopefully, but I'm hoping that we didn't just wake Hellraiser.
See,
and I don't mean wake as in wake him up in a good way. I mean woke.
Joe, you're not a guy that complains about wokeness. Don't be that guy. Listen. I'm just fucking with you.
I am, and I actually, the good thing is that I'm not standing on quicksand when I complain about it. I actually represent some of those complaints.
Yeah. No, I'm fucking with you. But all right, the way I see it, Pinhead to me, I saw the picture of the new Pinhead. I saw it.
Looks cool.
Looks cool.
However, I have a lot of female friends who I sit and talk to, and they can be pretty fucking evil. So seeing the Cenobite, especially Pinhead, being played by a woman, and you seeing how evil a woman could be pretty good. However, if you're going to Texas Chainsaw Massacre the shit out of this, we're gonna have a problem.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
For me, because I wonder if they're going to tie it to this. Because remember, the box was the thing that people lusted over.
Yeah.
You saw the box.
It brought out
what
your
was
lust.
in the box. Yeah, but you wonder what was in the box. You were tempted by the box.
Yes.
Now, is opening the box the representation of temptation being the female version of Pinhead?
Which would be great.
So if they tie it that way, somewhat,
if
I
it's
could
done
see
right.
it work.
Yes.
But if they're going that route, I could see it work. However, if they push too much into that route, what's the fallout they're going to have as far as the fan base of the Hellraiser series?
I don't want to see that she became Pinhead, and again,
unless he passed it down. If they do
if it was passed down, it's different. And guys, this is just a discussion, so I don't want to see it, just be forced on us. Now let's change the role. Let's do it the feminine side.
That's why I said that. Yeah, that's
like
why I said
I don't want it to be done that way.
You're
Now,
right.
again, I listen. My female friends, like you guys, as straight guys, you guys are fucked. Like women can be evil and psychotic and vindictive, and seeing a female being in a role where your desires are turned against you could be done good. So I'm hoping for that. However, it's a Hulu original, and considering how much
Prey.
Well, Prey literally was the outlier in some of the Hulu original.
Okay,
it is the outlier.
I'll give you that.
Like if you put it in a graph, Prey is over here, everything else but like I'm hoping for the best. I honestly am, because your villains shouldn't be based on sexuality, female, male, whatever. I'm just hoping that we're going to see basically what a woman can do, basically to turn your desires on your head.
Yeah.
Which is what Hellraiser did.
Yeah, absolutely.
So hopefully it will. I'm still kind of scared it's not.
This one's going to kill me because I just have a bad feeling about this one.
Again, before you get into that, we're not saying these movies are going to be terrible.
No,
we love these films. We're worried about them.
Yes. For me, I got to go with Halloween Ends. I mean,
Oh,
I knew it.
something. And
I knew it.
I wasn't a big fan of
I knew it.
the reset button. I think that for me that killed a lot of potential storylines, and we discussed that when we talked about the Halloween. But I don't know. It's just, and unfortunately, this is one of those movies that it's hard not to avoid the trailer because they're hyping the crap out of it.
I never seen a trailer. For
But
that.
the fact is, like, as a Danielle Harris character fan,
I know what
you're
you mean.
you're bringing her in the fact that
I didn't know that.
it's unknown
cool.
what role you're bringing her in. Now, if she's just a family friend, I'm gonna hate that. I'm gonna hate that with
she's not Jamie, guys. So
no. Well, I mean,
but if they're gonna hit the reset
kind
button,
of
hold up, if they're gonna, because remember, the one thing is they detached Lori from Michael. Doesn't mean they're gonna detach. Doesn't mean they're gonna detach the character of Jamie to Michael.
But it's the same way when Rob Zombie remade it. He brought back Daniel Harris as a totally
but
different
I'm saying though, the fact that they broke that tie between Lori and Michael not being related, and the fact that Jamie was Lori's daughter. Now, can you still be able to tie Jamie's character in a way to Michael? If you're gonna hit the reset button, that's the way you could tie her. Because if you're gonna get rid of, let's be honest,
if you're gonna tie it,
they're gonna get rid of Michael. So if you get rid of Michael and go back and hit that reset that you should have did when you had the opportunity to turn Jamie's character into a temporary Michael, that'd be a good route to go to. Now, if, like I said, they bring her back just to be a friend of the family, I'm gonna hate the movie. I'm probably just gonna stop watching it at that point.
That's why I said when I said earlier, I'm hoping that it's somehow that, Lori had another child that what's her what
not even because they don't explain Michael's relatives or anybody.
I don't want to know his relatives. I want Michael Myers to be the shape, the evil.
No, keep him. But I mean, Daniel. But as far as Danielle's character, like I said earlier, it would, for me, I would not be mad if it happened to be that she ends up telling her now, I guess, granddaughter, because the Judy Greer's character died. I'm so upset about that. Anyway, but it would be good to tie Danielle even as being like a kid that she had. Or
let's say that let's just throw this whole thing that they might do this. Let's say they kill off Michael, and Danielle Harris characters come up and kills the whole Strode family. I'd be happy with that. Because
we'll
see.
For me,
that's why I have not watched a trailer.
I'm just like, hated is such a strong word. Kills was just so bad for me because Kills was just a filler episode. Let's let Michael go crazy. Let's tie in the possible cult thing that's probably coming around.
Oh. Imagine if they bring back what's that shit called again? What was that chant? The evil what? The evil dies tonight.
Imagine if they bring that back. You can use hate on it because like Kills is like that really, really bad filler Game of Thrones episode that you could have done without. That's literally what Kills was. Kills was a filler episode to fill in this in between. Evil dies tonight. Evil.
Halloween Kills would be what Rick's worried about for the last hour of Terrifier. That's what Halloween Kills feels for me.
Yeah.
But for me, that's my concern. I'm a big Michael Myers fan. I love Halloween. Halloween is for me the beginning of horror for me. But
and the fact that it's the last. Well, I doubt it. Let's be real, guys.
That's what if you're gonna do Halloween Ends and then I don't know.
No, somebody else. Trust me.
It has to be Daniel Harris's character, man.
Somebody's gonna buy the rights, and we're gonna have another one.
Yes, what Rick is saying is that for this trilogy, once they're done with this, the rights are open again. Somebody else can remake another Halloween.
This would be the last one that has John Carpenter's involvement.
Yes, for this one, this is it.
Yeah.
So I agree with you.
All right,
I agree with you, JR.
I agree as well. So closing thoughts, guys.
David Harbour is going to be doing a Christmas horror movie.
Yes, Santa Claus, right?
Yeah.
Santa, right?
No, there was something I just saw today.
The dude from Stranger Things.
Yes.
It's called Violent Night.
Violent Night. I saw that. I'm like, yay! We should have a Thanksgiving horror. Like that should be something. There's no Thanksgiving horror movies.
Oh,
What do you
no,
mean?
no,
There's
he knows. You're talking to Rick. Come on.
Poltergeist, Night of the Chicken Dead. I keep telling you guys.
I'm not gonna.
No
watch
one
that.
listens to me. No one listens to me. Anyway, all right, that's gonna be it for 3 Corners of Horror here on Horror Fiend TV. It's your boy Ricky Grimes, my man JR. We got the psychologist Joe. Movies that f***ed me up. Mr. Lost and Found over here. That's right. So, guys, thank you very much for sticking with us here on Horror Fiend TV. Come back next week. What we got going on, JR? Talk to us, my brother.
Doing another live stream. We're gonna do folklore and urban legend movies.
Nice.
Y'all not gonna get Evil Dead Joe for this one. So it'll still be a fun Joe.
I can't wait.
It's not gonna be the
Next
same
week.
Joe.
Next week, 8 o'clock, Horror Fiend TV on YouTube. Definitely check us out. We're going to be talking about urban legends, not the film, that's Joe, but folklore. So if you like creature features and all types of Bigfoots, Loch Ness, the Jersey Devil, Mothman, Chupacabra, you said it. Come, we're going to discuss. That's right. Ricky Grimes, JR, Joe, Horror Fiend TV, motherfucker, stay scared.